Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks. Kramer, Aaliyah Pointer, Keaton Pruitt, Zane Rogers, and Raymond Chantrell. And we have Mrs. Whiteman's class earning that good behavior certificate. We have Leah Batchelor, Jackson Creech, Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Kennedy Geyer, Jasmine Hornbrook, Jaylee Livingston, Willow Moorcraft, Kelsey Real, and Araya Sikowitz. All right, we're gonna move on to 100% homework. Fourth quarter, things tend to get a little bit busier. I know we're starting up summer sports and schedules get more and more difficult, and so 100% homework becomes even more difficult to get. So I'm really proud. There are several names here. I'm very, very proud to see so many names for the fourth quarter. We are gonna begin again with Mrs. Jeffrey's class. 100% homework. We have Ryder Adams, Keaton Carey, Dylan Comstock, Bella Elledge, Gavin Helwig, Ellie Hollingsworth, Cassidy Hughes, London Lansaw, Maria Posey, Charlie Sabins, Bentley Sink, and Braden Yelladay. 100% homework in Mr. Four's class goes to Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonawit, Ryder Burris, Julian Collins, Braden Douglas, Tucker Evett, Jordan Ewing, Hudson Gilbert, Lucas Goodwin, Lizzie Jones, Dylan Pick, Braxton Quinn, Ryder Roderick, Riker Sanders, Carter Siebert, Tyler Slay, and Lauren Wilson. "100% homework in Mrs. Strader's class goes to Molly Becker, Braylon Cook, Xylee Milner, Kyra Schaefer, Nova Walker, and AJ White. "100% homework in Mrs. Holloway's class, Brantley Bridgewater, Jericho Collins, William Horta, Maylene Johnson-Rowe, Jackson Kramer, Aaliyah Pointer, Keaton Pruitt, and Zane Rogers. And for Mrs. Whiteman's class, 100% homework goes to Jackson Creech, Adrian Diaz-Pereira, Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Kennedy Geyer, Jaylee Livingston, Willow Moorcraft, Kelsey Real, and Araya Sikowitz. The next award is the AR Award. So you all know that your students are required to earn so many AR points. It's a part of their reading grade, so it is very important. As they go on to Mayo, there will be AR points and literacy points, just as a heads up. But I wanted to also let you know that if your student earned their fourth quarter award or their AR goal, attached to their award is a coupon for a free Frosty, so students be sure don't lose that. You're gonna want it. Alrighty, here we go. Earning those fourth quarter AR points in Mrs. Jeffrey's class is Ryder Adams, Dylan Comstock, Colton Ford, Gavin Helwig, Ellie Hollingsworth, London Lansaw, Maria Posey, Charlie Sabins, Bentley Sink, and Jose Ventura. Earning that AR goal in Mr. Four's class for fourth quarter is Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonowitz, Ryder Burris, Julian Collins, Braden Douglas, Jordan Ewing, Hudson Gilbert, Lucas Goodwin, Lizzie Jones, Braxton Quinn, Ryder Roderick, Carter Siebert, Tyler Slay, and Lauren Wilson. Moving right along to Mrs. Strader's class, those 15 points were earned by Molly Becker, Braylon Cook, Lanaya Lotson, Abby Marlowe, Xylee Milner, Kyra Schaefer, and AJ White. All right, in Mrs. Holloway's class, earning that AR goal was Brantley Bridgewater, Jericho Collins, JJ Hawkins, William Horta, Maylene Johnson-Rowe, Emma Kirby, Aaliyah Pointer, Keaton Pruitt, Zane Rogers, and Colton Veach. All right, Mrs. Whiteman's class, earning that AR goal was Jackson Creech, Adrian Diaz-Pereira, Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Braden Gallion, Kennedy Geyer, Willow Moorcraft, and Kelsey Real. The next award is an award that we give out every single quarter, and that award goes to the student in each class who has the most AR points for that specific quarter. A lot of the times, like I joke around, they know exactly who's going to get this. They keep very close tabs on one another. So students, if you hear your name, please come forward, see your teacher, and then come stand over here, and Mr. Morris is gonna take your picture. All right, in Mrs. Jeffrey's class, the top AR student for fourth quarter is Gavin Helwig. Mr. Four's top AR student for fourth quarter is Hudson Gilbert. The top AR student in Mrs. Strader's class is AJ White. Mrs. Holloway's top AR student is JJ Hawkins. And now for Mrs. Whiteman's class, her top AR student is Willow Moorcraft. Congratulations. Each quarter, we have taken a different subject area and recognized the top student in that subject area. We've done reading, we've done math, we've done science, and fourth quarter, it is social studies. So today, we are recognizing the student with the highest social studies grade. And fifth grade, when you're quiet, we'll go. All right, thanks. All right, Mrs. Jeffrey's top social studies student is Ellie Hollingsworth. The top social studies student in Mr. Four's class is Lucas Goodwin. Mrs. Strader's top social studies student is Chayton Johnson. We have a tie in Mrs. Holloway's class. So she has two top social studies students. The first one is Emma Kirby. And she's not here today. The other top social studies student is Keaton Pruitt. And finally, in Mrs. Whiteman's class, her top social studies student is Kelsey Real. That concludes the fourth quarter portion of our award ceremony, but we are just getting started because we are moving on to the end of the year awards. I can tell you that a lot of the awards that you will see for the end of the year are very similar to what we do for each quarter. However, we take several more academic awards and give them out at this time. First, though, I would like to talk to you about Student Council. Each year, we have elections at the beginning of the year to select one representative from each classroom to be a member of Student Council. Throughout the year, the Student Council has meetings and they plan events or activities for the school. Mrs. Mayhew and Mrs. Young are the sponsors of Student Council, and they would like for me to recognize our fifth grade members that are members of the Student Council. So when I call your name, please come up to see me. I have a certificate and I have a little bag with your Student Council shirt in it. All right, in Mr. Four's class, we have Jordan Ewing. For Mrs. Jeffrey's class, we have London Lansaw. Representing Mrs. Holloway's class is Zane Rogers. From Mrs. Strader's class, we have Molly Becker. You're welcome. And in Mrs. Whiteman's class, we have Isabella Duzan. Thank you. These kids have really done a lot. They've planned a lot of fun things for our students. All righty. We are going to move to the end of the year portion. We are going to begin with perfect attendance. This is an award that due to COVID we haven't done in a few years, but we have brought it back. Perfect attendance is pretty self-explanatory, but regular attendance and punctuality are extremely important in a school setting. Attending school regularly helps students feel better about school and themselves. It allows students to build healthy academic and social skills routines. Today we're going to honor students who have had perfect attendance for the entire academic school year. So if you hear your name, we're going to have you come forward, okay? Alrighty, we have Cassidy Hughes. Go ahead, you can clap. Jordan Ewing. And JJ Hawkins. Each of them is receiving a perfect attendance medal as well as a perfect attendance certificate. Great job. All right, citizenship is the next award. Citizenship is an important award and one that we value as we teach and guide students into being productive citizens of our community. Students at Carolyn Wenz earn the Citizenship Award by being respectful of other people and their property, following school and classroom expectations, and by displaying good character, which includes but is not limited to being kind, caring, honest, and responsible. In order to earn this award, a student must not have earned any processings, detentions, or other behavioral infractions for the entire school year. Our teachers are going to go through each of their classes. If you don't mind holding your applause until the end of each class. Students, again, stand up, face the audience with your certificate. All right, with citizenship in Mrs. Jeffrey's class, we have Ryder Adams, Keaton Carey, Bella Elledge, Gavin Helwig, Ellie Hollingsworth, London Lansaw, Maria Posey, Charlie Sabins, Riley Simpson, and Serenity Tomlinson. In Mr. Ford's class, earning citizenship, we have Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonowit, Ryder Burris, Braden Douglas, Tucker Evett, Jordan Ewing, Lizzie Jones, Braxton Quinn, Carter Siebert, Tyler Slay, and Lauren Wilson. Now for Mrs. Strader's class, earning citizenship, we have Braylon Cook, Xylee Milner, Lanaya Lotson, Kyra Schaefer, and Nova Walker. Citizenship in Mrs. Holloway's class goes to William Horta, Emma Kirby, Jackson Kramer, Aaliyah Pointer, Keaton Pruitt, Zane Rogers, and Raymond Chantrell. Citizenship in Mrs. Whiteman's class goes to Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Kennedy Geyer, Jasmine Hornbrook, Jaylee Livingston, Willow Moorcraft, Kelsey Real, and Araya Sikowitz. Each quarter, we've recognized students who have earned their AR points. Today, we are here to honor students that earned their AR points all 4 quarters. And attached to this certificate is a McDonald's certificate that you can take and redeem for a Happy Meal. So make sure that you say thank you if you go and redeem that. Alrighty, earning those AR points all 4 quarters. We're gonna start again with Mrs. Jeffrey's class. We have Ryder Adams, Colton Ford, Gavin Helwig, Ellie Hollingsworth, London Lansaw, Maria Posey, Charlie Sabins, and Jose Ventura. Earning their AR goal all 4 quarters in Mr. Four's class, we have Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonowit, Ryder Burris, Julian Collins, Braden Douglas, Jordan Ewing, Hudson Gilbert, Lucas Goodwin, Lizzie Jones, Ryder Roderick, Carter Siebert, and Lauren Wilson. All right, in Mrs. Strader's class, we have one student who got their AR goal all 4 quarters, and that is Xylee Milner. Earning their AR goal all 4 quarters in Mrs. Holloway's class, Brantley Bridgewater, JJ Hawkins, William Horta, Maylene Johnson-Rowe, Emma Kirby, Keaton Pruitt, Zane Rogers. Congratulations. Now for Mrs. Whiteman's class, earning that AR goal all 4 quarters, we have Jackson Creech, Adrian Diaz-Pereira, Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Kennedy Geyer, Willow Moorcraft, and Kelsey Real. 100% homework for the entire year. Homework teaches students how to problem solve. It gives students another opportunity to review class materials, and it gives parents and grown-ups a chance to see what's being taught in school. Homework teaches students how to take responsibility for their part in their education. Today we're honoring students who turned in their homework every single time it was assigned. So congratulations to the following students. In Mrs. Jeffrey's class, Ryder Adams, Bella Elledge, Ellie Hollingsworth, London Lansaw, Charlie Sabins, and Bentley Sink. "100% homework completion for the entire year in Mr. Four's class goes to Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonowit, Ryder Burris, Braden Douglas, Tucker Evett, Jordan Ewing, Hudson Gilbert, Lizzie Jones, Braxton Quinn, Ryder Roderick, and Lauren Wilson. Alrighty, in Mrs. Strader's class, 100% homework completion for all 4 quarters. We have Braylon Cook and Nova Walker. "100% homework in Mrs. Holloway's class. Brantley Bridgewater, Maylene Johnson-Rowe, and Zane Rogers. And 100% homework for the entire year in Mrs. Whiteman's class goes to Isabella Duzan, Kennedy Geyer, and Kelsey Reel. I would also like to mention students that earn that certificate have a coupon for a free mini pizza from Joe's, so please do not lose that one either. Alrighty, we are to the Top AR Award. We're going to recognize the top AR student in each class. This student had the most AR points in their respective class and will be awarded a reading medal. If you hear your name, we want you to come forward, okay? So this is all of those points put together. All right, Mrs. Jeffries' top AR student for the whole year is Gavin Hoeg. The top AR student in Mr. Ford's class for the year is Hudson Gilbert. The top AR student in Mrs. Strader's class is AJ White. The top AR student in Mrs. Holloway's class is JJ Hawkins. And the top AR student in Mrs. Whiteman's class is Willow Moorcraft. Great job, my friends. iReady is an important resource that we use in all of District 95. I'm sure you've heard about it. Students take a diagnostic test 3 times a year to help us know what areas our students are needing extra support in and where they are in both reading and in math. Today we are recognizing the student in each class who had the highest iReady reading and math score. I will first announce the top reading student in each class. They will receive a reading medal. So if you hear your name, please come forward. All right, Mrs. Jeffries' top iReady reading student is Maya Hornbrook. All right, Mr. Ford gives out 2. He gives out 1 to a 4th grader and 1 to a 5th grader since he is a combined class. So his top iReady reading 4th grade student is Ryder Roderick. Mr. Four's top iReady Reading 5th grade student is Tyler Slay. Mrs. Strader's top iReady Reading student is Nova Walker. Mrs. Holloway's top iReady Reading student is Keaton Pruitt. And Mrs. Whiteman's top iReady Reading student is Araya Sikowitz. Right. Math is the other subject that students are tested in on 3 times a year with iReady. I'm going to announce the top math student with the highest iReady math score in each class. They will receive a math medal. So if you hear your name, come on down. All right, Mrs. Jeffrey's top iReady math student is Maria Posey. Mr. Four's 4th grade top iReady math student, Ryder Roderick. Mr. Four's 5th grade top iReady math student is Jordan Ewing. Mrs. Strader's top iReady math student is Parker Scales. Mrs. Holloway's top iReady math student is Keaton Pruitt. And Mrs. Whiteman's top iReady math student is Ella Brenneman. Right in the middle. Great job, friends. Okay, I want to take a second and explain the last 2 awards because sometimes our students get them confused and get kind of upset, and I want to prevent that. Our last 2 awards are Honor Roll and Highest Honor Roll, and there is a difference between the 2. Highest Honor Roll is straight A's in all subjects, all 4 quarters. That's Highest Honor Roll. Honor Roll means that a student had a 3.0 to a 3.99 GPA for all 4 quarters. So you'll see those every quarter. We send out those Honor Roll sheets and we put them out on social media. Okay, that means they earned it. I don't want students to panic thinking they did not get the Honor Roll, that they might get the highest Honor Roll instead. Okay, so bear with me, kiddos. We're gonna be okay and we're gonna make it. All right, so we calculate grade point averages to see who qualifies for Honor Roll each and every quarter. Being on the Honor Roll is more than just making good grades. It means that you are a student that you are exemplary. You work hard. We're very proud of each and every one of you. If you hear your name, your teacher's gonna come around and put an Honor Roll medal around your neck. And again, this means you earned Honor Roll all 4 quarters. This is not highest Honor Roll yet, okay? All right. Honor Roll in Mrs. Jeffrey's class, we have Ryder Adams, Carter Bicknell, Keaton Carey, Dylan Comstock. Just stay at your seat, please. There we go. Bella Elledge, Colton Ford, Gavin Helwig, Maya Hornbrook, Cassidy Hughes, London Lansall, Charlie Sabins, Riley Simpson, Bentley Sink, Serenity Tomlinson, and Jose Ventura. Honor roll in Mr. Four's class, Cassie Alexander, Miana Bonowit, Ryder Burris, Julian Collins. Oh, I'm sorry. Those medals get tangled real easy. Julian Collins, yes. Braden Douglas, Tucker Evett, Lucas Goodwin, Dylan Pick, Braxton Quinn, Carter Siebert, Tyler Slay, and Lauren Wilson. Mrs. Strader's class, honor roll all 4 quarters, Molly Becker, Braylon Cook, Xylee Milner, Chayton Johnson, Jack Metcalf, Parker Scales, Nova Walker, and Connor Whitaker. Honor roll in Mrs. Holloway's class goes to Brantley Bridgewater, Jericho Collins, JJ Hawkins, William Horta, Maylene Johnson Rowe, Emma Kirby, Aaliyah Pointer, Zane Rogers, Colton Veach, and Raymond Chantrell. An honor roll in Mrs. Whiteman's class. We have Ella Brenneman, Jackson Creech, Isabella Duzan, Justin Evard, Avery Frank, Braden Gallion, Kennedy Geyer, Jasmine Hornbrook, Bentley Johnson, Carter Linhart, Jaylee Livingston, Willow Moorcraft, and Araya Sikowitz. So that leaves us to our last award, which is the highest honor roll. And as I explained earlier, it recognizes those students who have clearly performed in a superior manner in all of their classes. These students had a perfect 4.0 GPA all year long, which equates to straight A's in all subjects all 4 quarters. The following students earned highest honor roll and achieved straight A's all year long. So if you hear your name, please come forward. They receive an academic excellence medal and an academic excellence certificate. So come on up if you hear your name. All right, we're gonna go. Here we go. Ellie Hollingsworth. You can applaud, it's okay. I can tell you one too. Maria Posey. Jordan Ewing, Hudson Gilbert, Lizzie Jones, Ryder Roderick, Keaton Pruitt, and Kelsey Real. Congratulations. That concludes our award ceremonies for today, but before we go, I want to take a second and thank the 5th grade team. You have these teachers that are sitting up here. You have Mr. Pheasant, Mrs. Kuhn. They work so hard to make sure that our students are successful, and not only do they make education great, they make it fun. So please give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming today. Students, I'm very proud of the hard work, and I wish you all the best as you transition to May